to do addition and subtraction for first grade. And each student would get a little journal, and in the journal there's just, it has, the first page is just a reminder of the rules for every game, for all of the games, which is just like treating others with respect and ask three before me. And then the other pages have a few just simple questions to ensure that they are doing each activity right, and to also just help them keep on track for it. So they would bring this to each station. And the first activity that I have is fairly simple. It's pipe cleaner masterpieces, and the standard is understand the meaning of the symbols plus, minus, and equals. And so the directions are to, out of pipe cleaners, to make an addition sign, an equal sign, and a subtraction sign. And they can do that however they want, using however many they want. And then they will glue it into their journal. And this is important because if they're not correctly understanding the signs and what each one means, it's going to be really hard to actually do a problem if they don't understand that a plus sign equals add. And then also in their journal, underneath those, they'll label each one and then give other words that also mean add and subtract. So more than, less than, same as, oops. The next activity I have is the block race, and it's to count by 2s and 5s. And they will get together with a partner and set a timer for 15 seconds, and you grab one block at a time. And when the timer goes off, they will have to count their blocks in groups of 2, and then count it again in groups of 5, group them in 5, and then count them again. And then their journal has some questions just relating, like why were there more groups of 2 and 5, and what one was that easier for you to count. The next activity is less, say, more. And the standard is to identify 10 more than, 10 less than, and equal to. So they would choose, I would have a lot of different cards like this, and they could choose one and then grab the same, more, and less 10. And in the same, they have to put the same number of beads as there are on the card. And then in the less than one, they have to put 10 less. And then the more than, they have to put 10 more. And then in their journal, they have to write number sentences for each one. So if this was like 16, it would be 16 minus 10 equals 6, and then there would be 6 in this. Just to help them visualize, and then also see them, or let them do number sentences. The next activity is mystery number, and they have to use the inverse relationship between addition and subtraction to solve problems. That's the standard. And they're also going to work with a buddy on this one, and their buddy's going to put some buttons in their hand and open up their other hand and tell them, okay, I have 8 total, and show that they have 3 in this hand. Say, how many are in this hand? And they have to guess how many their friend has in the other hand, and then answer a few questions about that. And how did they know that their friend had 5 in their hand? And then they switch, and then they add the buttons from their buddy. And then the last one that I have is cards, cups, and counters. And the standard is to show the meaning of addition, putting together, increasing, and subtraction, taking away, comparing, finding the difference. So what they would first do is draw a card, and then say they grab 4. Then they would take one of these cards, and they either say 2 less, 2 more, 3 more, take away 3. And they would put these 2 cards next to each other, and then they would put, so this says 4 and 3 more. So they would put 7 in the cup without their partner seeing, and then they would show these 2 cards to their partner, and the partner would have to guess how many of these things were in the cup, and then answer questions about it in the journal. And yeah, that's it.